Fun fact. It's a yes. That's the fun fact. It's fun because yes. I did the thing today. Uh, my mic's sliding away from me. The stupid thing, like the arm I have it on. Whatever. Yes, I did the thing today. Today I had work. I woke up kind of early because I went to bed kind of early, and I stayed in bed the whole time until my actual alarm went off, and even past that. So I gave myself barely any time to get ready for work. And then I got ready for work, and I went to work, and I came back from work, and I hung around a bunch. I don't really remember a lot of what I did. What all did I do? I watched some YouTube videos. I thought about the D&D stuff, but I didn't write, didn't do any videos or nothing. I don't know. It took me a while, but eventually I got to drawing. I began trying to manifest that image in my head of the characters from D&D on digital artwork. And yeah, of course, naturally, it always turns out harder than I thought, because I can't picture something and just get it down. Just so happens to be that way. That's me. I'm that way. But I'll throw a picture of what I got so far on it. Basically, one of my friends in the campaign is playing a kobold, which is like a miniature little dragon being. And in one of the first scenes of the campaign, his kobold character tried to gnaw on the finger of an undead person. And it was just a detached finger, just kind of lying on the ground. And he's like, I'm going to eat it. And he took poison damage from it, which was funny. But since then I've just had this image of my head of the front view of a derpy little kobold face with a little zombie finger sticking out of his mouth. And I've wanted to try to draw it ever since that first night. And so I gave it a real try today. You will be able to tell. You probably can tell just how unpracticed I am at drawing crap. But I mean to practice. I mean to get better. I mean to be able to actually put down the ideas I have in my mind. Very few people start out with such talent, and always can get better. I am not one of them. I'm definitely one of the people that can get better. There's not a lot left for me but space to improve. But that's that. That's what I did today. Tomorrow, I have a day off. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. For a while, I debated going to like another game store, seeing what like other sets of dice or maybe like a dice tower I could get. But like I'm trying to design a dice tower. I have a few ideas in my head for like how I'm going to manage that. Because at first I thought I'd just make like a spiral structure for the dice to flow down. But then I thought like, well, sometimes you have to throw a lot of dice in this game. So I need to figure a way to design a tray for said dice that is attached to something you roll the tray down. And maybe that's as simple as like just some of the designs I saw on Amazon, right? So where you slash, right? You just take like two slants, right? one drops it to the second slant, which drops it out onto and rolls it, So maybe I just have like this dice pipe that goes down to a slant so that when they hit the slant, they just bounce and roll, and it just goes into a bowl tray. And whatever it lands on, it lands on. I could try methods like that and just kind of see how that works. If it ends up doing good or bad, I don't know. Maybe I'll find out. Maybe I'll print something and just try it out. Oh yeah, no. I remember what I did when I got home today. I designed more, like I tried to design the clips. The little, not like video clips, but like how I was talking about my curtains with the soundproofing tiles, panels. I was going to 3D print clips to latch onto the poles, picking up the curtains, and to hold the panels in place. And the ones I designed yesterday broke. They snapped when I tried to put them on the pole, so I redesigned that so that it would account for the bending a little bit of the design. And now it's just, the first one I printed, it broke a little bit. It didn't break completely this time. And so I'm printing the other half of that, hoping that I can stick them together okay and that they'll function. I may have to do some tweaking to the design still, seeing as it still kind of broke a little bit, even though it retained its orientation, whereas the last one that broke, it completely bent out of shape. So I did that. I designed that and I started printing that, and then I hung around for a while I figured out something else to do, and then I finally got around to drawing. I don't know how long I drew for. I saw this thing while scrolling through YouTube where it's like some sort of 100 hours theory or whatever, where if you spend $20 minutes a day for an entire year trying to, practice or develop a talent or a skill, then within that year you will, quote, master, I guess. I don't know if that's the word it was used, but you'll get really good at that skill if you spend 20 minutes a day for a whole year. And while that may or may not be true, I know for a fact that, the age-old adage, practice makes perfect, is absolutely something that is very accurate. And 20 minutes of something a day for a whole year is definitely more than 100 hours. But it would probably be an effective way to learn something, I mean, wouldn't be very fast, mind. But the point I'm trying to get around to is I did more than 20 minutes today trying to figure out drawing. And I don't think the scribbles I have reflect that very much, but I did, obviously there was a lot of erasing, some undoing, and so not everything I drew is on the picture. What I was really struggling with most recently is if you have a little dragon face facing you, how to orient the eyes. Because obviously I want them to be derpy eyes, so they don't have to be perfectly looking eyes. But I do want to make them look good. I want them to look good and be derpy. It's totally possible to do that. And I think I've made some decent progress since I started, at least. I mean, you can definitely see the progression. I kind of went from left to right. But, I'm kind of liking the way it's turning out, even though it's definitely not what I pictured. picturing isn't always exact, because like it's like that problem where if you're on camera, you have no idea what to say, but like anywhere else, you're just the most chatterboxy, entertaining person. And I'm not talking from personal experience. I'm just talking from stuff I've seen. But that has happened to me in real life, where I'm like, I can talk to people and be a riot because, and I know this because people give me reactions to the stuff I say, and people laugh at my jokes and maintain my eye contact. I'm not boring anyone to death. But the second I get in front of the camera, like here, I don't really, like, my brain farts. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And it was just like that when I sat down to draw and got the program opened and picked up the pen, and I just kind of stared at the canvas for a second, like, what was I picturing again? But like, I'm away from the canvas for 5 minutes and I can picture it just as easy as day. But like, right when I get back down to draw it, I can't think of like the proportions of things. The design I had originally in mind was just like, a little kobold lying down facing you, facing the viewer, gnawing on a finger. But like, this little kobold is either really tiny or the finger is a leviathan, like the size of an arm in the first little bit. So I tried to start for a different path. But yeah, no, it's cool. I aim to get better, and maybe I can make it a daily practice out of habit. It'd be nice if I could manage to acquire some extra skill, extra talent. I think I got it in me, but as always, it's a challenge to drive myself to do things, even if I really want to do them, even if I can lose myself in doing them. And that's always a good feeling. But oftentimes starting is the hard part. But once I start to tend to get into a flow, and it just kind of goes. But that's that. So yeah, tomorrow, as I was saying, I don't really know what to do. Maybe, I'll try at least 20 minutes of drawing. And, at first I was looking to go to this shop, and then I was thinking, well, I just bought a set of dice for D&Ding, and I don't need another one just yet. I mean, we're still in the same campaign, so maybe next campaign I will buy a new dice set for it, something else that's fancy and cool, because right now I got those floating eye kind of dragon dice, and they're cool as is, and I look forward to rolling them more and playing the actual game, and that'll be fun. Our next session is coming in, it's closing in, just a few days away, and I'm looking forward to it. But that's tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna go shopping tomorrow. I'm probably gonna stay at home. Might sleep in a bit. Definitely will try to draw. We'll probably try to write, and I might go over my D&D spells and stuff. Just do a little extra studying so that I know how to. So that my next session goes just as smoothly, or more smoothly, anyway. So anyways, today, tomorrow, dog time. I am going to take him out one more time tonight. He's been out a lot today, but he's also been locked away for most of the night. I haven't fed him tonight yet, but that's because he didn't eat his breakfast until like 4, and that's not because I didn't serve him until 4. I served him at like 10, and he waited till 4 to eat his food, probably because he wasn't walked enough. The more he's walked, the more willing he is to eat. But yeah, I'll walk him one more time, and probably feed him. And I'll feed him first, and then I'll walk him while this is uploading. And yeah, no, he's just doing his usual lay. He likes his harness. Whenever I pick up the harness, he tries to attack it. It's really funny, but I can stick it on, he's, I've only put it on him a few times and he's already getting used to it. I think he likes it. I certainly like it better than putting his leash on his collar every time, because every time I do that, if he goes to the left of me or to the right of me, his collar has to rotate all the way around his neck in order for his leash to not go under him or over him and stuff. But if he's got his harness on, it hooks firmly to the top of his back, and I never have any problems with it. Also, if I make the collar too loose, and he gets into a tight spot, like he wraps the leash around a tree, and I try to keep him from going back, but he just tug-of-wars it until pop, his collar comes off just right over his head. So if it's too loose, that happens. But with a harness, it's latched onto his legs, so he's not going to be able to pull free of that, which should be really nice. But I haven't encountered a time where he's actually wrapped his leash around a tree while he's wearing his harness. So hopefully I discourage the activity enough and he's able to figure out how to get back around the tree next time, if it happens. And hopefully there's no next time. But that's everything. So thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm glad I can make some of you laugh. Share with me your thoughts in the comment section below. Share me with your friends, family, acquaintances, anyone you might know who you could share my stuff with, who might like my content. Help me expand my channel so I may achieve my, YouTube, my content creator dreams. There we go. With everything all said, done, and stated, good night.